everyone, hello, Chocolo Roberto here for another video review. It's a versus battle. Yes, we have the Tesco Raisin Biscuit Chocolate Egg, fruity and crunchy, said. Loaded milk chocolate. Now also the Nestle Yorkie Raisin Biscuit Incredible Egg. Real raisin biscuit pieces in the egg, it says. Yes, and also includes 2 times Yorkie Raisin Biscuit bars. So there we go. So yeah, so which one will be best out of these two? Now of course they are, they're not exactly the same. This one's got Yorkie bars in it, this one doesn't. This is just the egg. There's some differences there. This one's 388 grams. So we'll look into that. And I assume that's including the Yorkie bars. And this one's 280. So there is that, but then this one's about £13. And this one's about £8, I think it is. I'll put on the screen just what those prices are if I've got them wrong. But yeah, so there we go. So there is a bit of differences, but nonetheless, you can clearly see they're both pretty much, well, basically this is Tesco's knockoff equivalent, isn't it? Really, I don't think they would normally have done a raisin and biscuit one, and they've called it purple as well. So they've clearly aimed it at this. I don't know why specifically this one. I mean, I think this is the only one that they've sort of done that's like in any way, shape or form similar to another sort of Easter egg offering out there that's based on a chocolate bar. There's no like Smarties one they've done or anything like that, or I don't know, any other kind of one they could have done. So it's interesting that they've done that, but as I say, it's purple. I mean, clearly, it's a massive coincidence, isn't it, basically? If not only have they done the same one, raisin and biscuit, but they've also done the same colour scheme. So, interesting. But alright, well, yeah, there we go. So what's it say on the back? Let's have a look. Interesting, it looks like it says a fox there with those social media links there. We've got the old disparity here between Republic of Ireland, you can recycle everything at home, but in the UK you can't. So it's a bit frustrating, I don't know why that is. But here we go. So, yep, there we go. Raisin Biscuit Incredible Egg. Also includes 2 times Yorkie Raisin Biscuit bars. There we go. Milk chocolate egg with raisin 9% and biscuit 3%. Inclusion 2 Yorkie Raisin Biscuit bars. Chunky milk chocolate with raisins 13% and biscuits 4%. Interesting that there's 30% raisins in the chocolate bars, but only 9% in the egg. I wonder why that is. Yeah, 4% biscuits and 3% in the bar, so 1% down. So including more chocolate, I guess, which doesn't make it sort of hold together a bit better. Who knows? But yeah, something to bear in mind. So 400 grams, 521 calories or 520. I think it's 521. I just can't quite tell. It seems to, yeah, I think it's 521, isn't it? Calories per 100 grams, 22.9 grams of fat, 50.1 which is saturates per 15th of an egg, 105 calories, 5.6 grams of fat, 3 of which are saturates. There we go, and then we've got the actual calories per the bar, per 100 grams, 500 calories, 24.9 grams of fat, 14.5 which is saturates per bar, 220 calories, 11 grams of fat, 6.4 which is saturates. There we go. And there's the ingredients there. 9% 3% for raisins and biscuits. Milk solids 40% minimum vegetable fats in addition to cocoa butter. Milk chocolate contains cocoa solids 25% minimum, milk solids 40% minimum, and vegetable fats in addition to cocoa butter. And it does have palm fat in there, as you can see there. Alright, there's the bar itself. So yeah, interesting. Alright, so let's have a look at the Tesco one. How that compares. We'll look at that in a second. So 400 grams, well, I can read it at least. 523 calories, 29.1 grams of fat, 17.7 which is saturates, about 28 grams, a tenth of the egg. 146 calories, 6.1 grams of fat, 5 of which are saturates. There we go. Milk chocolate, 86%. It says it's hollow milk chocolate egg with raisins and biscuit pieces. So 86%, so 14% missing there. And it's 12% in the Nestle Yorkie one, isn't it? So, because it's 9 and 3. So presumably there's more filling in this one, at least as far as the total percentage of the egg is concerned. Or at least implied from that anyway. Doesn't tell you where. Well, there you go, yeah. Raisins 8%, biscuit pieces 5%. So there's actually less raisins but more biscuit in this one. But when you consider 8 and 5, maybe you'd want it to be a bit similar between them both. But overall it's 13%, whereas it's 12% in the Nestle one. So there's more filling in this one. And I'd say you probably would want it to be a bit more nimble. They seem to, I'd say, favour raisins over biscuit. I don't know why that is particularly, but that's what they both do. Suits vegetarians. Alright, so I assume this one's suits vegetarians as well. Does it say anywhere? Share to save your egg, it says. I can't see anything saying suits vegetarians. It probably is, but I can't see it anywhere. Interesting. It does have on the top a little thing we're saying an incredible treat for. You can write a little custom note there for someone. But yeah, I can't see, I don't know, got the Cocoa Life stuff going on there. It's part of our Nestle Cocoa Plan. Yorkie supporting cocoa farmers, cocoa communities, and environments. There we go. So that's supposed you had a look into that. Whether it's as good as it sounds, I don't know, but yeah. Doesn't make an effort at least. Alright, so yeah, I can't see anything that's it suits vegetarians. Is there any reason to believe it's not suited for vegetarians? Can't see anything obvious in there that means it's not suited for vegetarians, to be honest with you, but There might be something I just can't see. Or it might be suited for vegetarians and it's just doesn't say it, but usually they do say it, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm missing something. I can only assume it's not suited for vegetarians if it doesn't say it. As usually they always say it these days, but as I can't see anything obvious that means it's not suited for vegetarians. Maybe there's something I don't know. There you go. Interesting how it's got all these vegetables, palm, reap seeds, sunflower and mango kernels, sal, and shea. Lots of different fats in there. But yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say suited for vegetarians that I can see anyway, so maybe it isn't. Interesting. There we go. So I'll say I can't see anything in there. Let me know if you saw something, but I couldn't see anything that implied it was suited for vegetarians. All right. I don't think there's much more to say, so I think we'll give them both an open then. Probably open them probably up here. I'll move myself down because I don't think there's anything more to this one. I mean, this one's got the Rainforest Alliance certified cocoa on there, so again, you know, stands for a better future and people and nature. So there is something going on with Tesco's one as well. So it's not only Nestle that got something going on. It's good for the communities and things like this. There we go. That's obviously what the difference is and what the real benefits are. Well, I'm not sure on, but implications that there are good things going on. All right, well there we go. So this one, let's say, is super vegetarian, so bear that in mind. Quite like the strange of the biscuits aren't like Ritz cracker biscuits. I'm not sure they're the kind of biscuits I'd be expecting in here, but this is what they look like anyway. Yeah, all right. So yeah, so let's give a bit of an opener. So I'll open this one, I'll say up here. These like tabs on it. All right, so the Yorkies are both at the top. Take them both out. So I'll review these separately probably. I think I've reviewed them in the past, but I think it's probably due a new review, so I'll probably review those separately, do a re-review. Okay, now can we get the actual egg out? Right, so empty box there. So lots of cardboard packaging here. There we go, and there's the egg itself. So quite a big substantial egg. The full wrapper is sort of coming away from it slightly. There we go. There we are, nice big chunky egg there. Okay. Alright, so let's get the Tesco one out, shall we? With sellotape on the Tesco side there. It rips quite easy actually, so I think so. It seems to be perforated, I guess. Opens up quite nicely. There we go. So it opens up just straight away into yeah. Ooh, it's quite a substantial egg. Does look to be pretty big. Yeah, it seems to be perhaps a bit bigger actually. Interesting. So perhaps weigh them both in a second as well, so we'll see. Yeah, so we're looking at before the weight weight. So these are 44 grams each, these bars. So that's obviously 88. So yeah, there we go. So it's a 300 gram egg, so 88. So I thought that might be the case. So 300 gram egg. And the Tesco one, well, there you go. So it's 280, so 20 grams difference. All right, well there we go. So yeah, I'd say this one does look bigger though, but maybe it's just not it's actually as heavy, but it does have a bigger footprint. Looks like it's almost about to open up at the side there. That's just an optical illusion. Alright, so let's move stuff down. We'll give them both away. We'll open this one up so we can see what it looks like on the inside. But this one, at least in size, looks a bit bigger, doesn't it? So, alright, let's move stuff down. Give them an open. Well, you know, whatever we can do. See you in a moment. Okay, everyone, okay, we've got, yes, the Tesco, yes, biscuit and raisin egg, or raisin and biscuit egg. And they've got the equivalent Nestle's incredible egg. Biscuit and raisin Yorkie egg. Okay, let's give this one a bit of an open then. We'll compare them both. Give them both away, as I say. This has got the crimpage. It must be the way Nestle seal them. Some companies anyway seal them. So there we go. So we've got them here. So the Nestle one doesn't look as neat. I can't quite tell there. It says Nestle one on the right. So he's got the joiner, which isn't very neat. There you go, so it's quite difficult for me to show you on this camera, but the Tesco one does look bigger. But I think maybe the Nestle one does feel a bit heavier slightly. It's meant to be heavy, 20 grams heavier, so we'll see. But they look about the same, don't they, generally? But the Nestle one does have a bit of a design on it. Right, let's give them both away then, shall we? Let's give them both away. Okay, alright, so we'll weigh the, so it's meant to be 280 grams, don't forget. So we'll weigh, oh, hang on, what's going on here? Okay. All right. Okay. Let's give it away. This is the Tesco one. Won't stay on, of course, why would it? 286, so it's meant to weigh, as I said, it's meant to weigh 280, so it says 286, 285. Let's take it off. Go to -2 on there now, so we'll just weigh it again. Be double sure. That's probably not the best in the world. 287 now. 286. So about 286 plus or -1, I would say. Yeah, 286, I think is the gist of it. Alright, so we've got 6 grams more than we expected. That's quite good. And then the Nestle one, this one's meant to weigh, what was it, 300 grams? Yeah, so let's have a look. Okay, on 0 there. Because it's the Nestle one because of the crimpage. Will it roll? 291. So it's actually less than it's meant to be, really. So maybe that includes the foil, I don't know. So they're pretty much the same. This one weighs slightly more, though. It does weigh, 5 grams more. So the Nestle one does win on the weightage count. Yeah, so there we are. So, all right. But the Tesco one weighs more than it should. And the Yorkie Nestle one actually weighs less than it should. But nonetheless, still weighs more. So something to bear in mind. But all right, well, we've got the eggs here, so I think we just need to give them a smash now, don't we, unfortunately. It's a bit of a shame, but it's what has to be done. Yeah, so, all right. How do we do it? What's the best way to do it? Okay, I'm probably just going to slam them down. I think it's probably the easiest way to do it. So this is the Tesco one. Maybe we'll see which one smashes the best. Let's smash them both at the same time, shall we? Hopefully things won't go all over the place. Right, we'll do a double smashage. Smashage, is that a word? We'll do a double one of them, whatever it is. And first time on the channel, I think we've ever done it before. Hopefully the world won't destroy itself when we do it. I won't destroy the world with this egg smash. Let's give it a go. All right, 3, 2, 1. Right, well, the Nestle one broke a bit more. The Tesco one's still pretty much intact, so let's give it another go. Right, so the Nestle one's fallen apart. The Tesco one still remained quite strong. Although I'm right-handed, so I don't know if that's anything to do with anything. Really not wanting to break the Nestle one. Okay, there we go. So I have to be careful not to mix these up, of course. Alright, so there we are. So okay, so you can see here, this one's clear, the Nestle one. Got the rugby ball, American football crimpage going on there. Yeah, well, look at that. That Tesco one there's got a massive lumpy bit that's protruding there, doesn't it? Yeah, so, interesting. You can see a raisin there in the Nestle one. Raisin there in the Tesco one, so yeah, I don't know. Interesting, but look at that clump. I mean, that's probably a bit of luck there, but that definitely appeals to me. Very nice indeed. You can just see generally in them, this one's the Nestle one, this one's the Tesco one. That's just a bit that's fallen in. Yeah, the Tesco one had a bigger footprint. It just seems to have more lumpages going on, doesn't it? So, but the egg itself looks a bit thinner. In the Tesco one, you can see the Tesco one here, it's just quite thin all the way around there, isn't it? There's some thick places there, but the Nestle one generally looks to be a bit thicker all the way around. So yeah, so interesting one, that one. But I don't know, percentages just any other sort of mean that they're not massively different. So we've got the old calipers here, so I'll just measure its thinnest point. Tesco egg, very thinnest, it's like 1 millimeter. And it's thinnest that I can see. The Tesco one, of course, this is not perfectly accurate, but what I can see at the moment, this is including the ones off to the side. Let's just check that's 0. It's about 3 millimeters. So yeah, So basically, the chocolate on the Nestle one does seem to generally be thicker more often than not. But they do have the sort of big, thicker pieces on both when the ingredients are there. When the biscuit and raisin pieces are apparent. And of course, as I say, the second one does that massive clump, which might be, let's say, a one-off to me. Very lucky there. But yeah, you can see the Tesco one still got big clumpages going on. There we go. So swings and roundabouts, I think, is the gist of it. Hard to say which one looks. This is the Nestle one. It does seem to have less clumps than this one, doesn't it? Generally, but I'd say the chocolate is generally thicker in this one, so it might be why, because it's thicker chocolate. You don't need to stick out as much as these ones do. So, so interesting one. There's definitely differences there. But how did it taste? That's probably the main thing, isn't it? So let's also we'll find out and see if we can, if there's any difference in the fact that the chocolate's thinner in one, and also whether the composition is different. Of course, makes a difference. Being the fact that the Nestle one has 3% biscuit, and what was it? 9% raisin, and and the Tesco one. What was that one? That had 5% biscuit and 8% raisin. So, interesting. Overall, it does mean it has more ingredients percentage-wise, but less raisins and more biscuits. Well, let's see what the difference is in the taste. Let's find out. Let's give them a taste. Okay, everyone, it's this 30s battle conclusion. The Nestle Yorkie biscuit and raisin, or raisin and biscuit incredible egg, and the Tesco equivalent, yes, the raisin and biscuit chocolate egg. Yeah, fruity and crunchy, it says. Yeah, so, right, there we go. Both clearly, well, this one's inspired clearly by this one, you would say, unless it's a massive coincidence, which I'm not sure. Well, it would be a massive coincidence, put it that way. All right, so we've got, we're going to give them both a taste, and we'll see which one's the best. Now, basically, the difference I can see is you would have seen when I opened it, is the Nestle one, you get less weightage than you should do, and you get more weightage than you should do for the Tesco one, but nonetheless, you still get about 5 grams more for the Nestle one than you do for the Tesco one. But the Tesco one is a lot cheaper, but you don't get the 2 Yorkie bars with it. So, one of those. I think it's about £8 for the Tesco one and about £13 for the Yorkie one. So whether the 2 Yorkie bars are worth the extra £5 and the extra 5 grams is worth that £5 as well is one thing to consider. Now the composition is slightly different as well. The Nestle one has 9% raisins, whereas it's 8% raisins in the Tesco one. But the Nestle one has 3% biscuit, whereas the Tesco one has 5% biscuit. So of course overall that does mean that the Tesco one does have more percentage-wise to its chocolate ingredients, by 1%, but the composition is slightly different. Well, I didn't check the cocoa top. Did it tell you what they were? Number one. So it does say, so that's one thing to mention again. I don't think I sort of mentioned it before. Well, these are the differences. So cocoa solids and milk chocolates 31% minimum, milk solids 25% minimum. So 31.25, and then the Nestle one was 25. Cocoa solids and 14% milk solids. So so basically it's a stronger sort of chocolate in the Tesco one, and it's got more milk solids in there as well. So so interesting one. So the chocolate's potentially better on paper in the Tesco one as well. And I think it does look a slightly different shade. It's hard to tell, but there's a slight difference in the shade. This is the Nestle one here. This is the Tesco one here. It's slightly hard to tell, but in person you can kind of slightly see a different shade in the chocolate, but of course, it could be an optical illusion, it could be something I'm just imagining. Right, so let's give them a bit of a taste then. So we've got the Nestle one, you can see that's the Nestle one because it's got the crimpages there. So let's get a good bit of it here. So we've got a nice section here, so let's give it a go. Nice, it's chocolate's pretty good actually. Nice biscuit. Raisins had a nice bit of sweetness as well. Pretty good all in all actually. It does taste quite nice. Has a bit of a powderiness to it from the biscuit I think, but it tastes pretty good. So let's get a bit from the Tesco one. You can tell this is the Tesco one because it's not got the crimpages on the side. So we can be definitely certain it's the Tesco one. So let's grab lots of, it has a thinner chocolate generally like here, but it does have some massive lumpages in there. Alright, so it falls apart a lot easier, you see, because it's so much thinner. So it's quite difficult. So we'll try like this. I don't think I can break it up too much because it just will fall apart. Alright, that's so you can see the difference there. It's just literally when you snap it, it does break apart quite easily. So so that's one perhaps quality difference there, but big lumpages there. So let's try this one. Give it a go. You can immediately taste the difference in chocolate actually. It's a lot it's still milk chocolate, but it's a stronger chocolate. And I must say the raisins seemed a bit fruity as well. Got a bit more of a, I did have a big lump in that one, so it could have just been raisins, but it tasted a lot more raisin, like a lot fruity, even though the raisins is 9% in the Nestle one and 8% in the Tesco one, but the raisins definitely came across a lot more. So let's grab another bit of this one, see if it's consistent. So I've got another bit here. I don't get the powderiness that I did in the Nestle one either from the biscuit, I guess. Less fruity that time because there was less raisins in it that time, or fewer raisins. Let's give this one a snap again. Right, so this is the Nestle one. So let's try this one once more. It definitely has a powderiness to the chocolate. I thought it might be from the biscuit, but maybe it's just the chocolate itself. Yeah. It does taste. Yeah, the Tesco one has a nicer chocolate taste, I must say. It is noticeable. And it's different. I'd say it tastes a bit powdery in this one. Not very powdery, but a bit powdery. Compared to the Tesco one. The Tesco one has a nicer chocolate. I would say the filling seems to be much of a muchness, I must say. I'm finding it difficult to really tell a massive difference. You do get some more lumpages, I think, in the Tesco one. You do get, you'll get sort of quite thin chocolate, but it will be mashed together with these big lumps. And it's not just that it looks lumpy because the chocolate's thin. That is a bigger lump than I think you're pretty much getting almost anywhere in the Nestle one. I mean, I guess you've got that. They seem to be a lot more like that in the Nestle one, but you do get a lot like that in the Tesco one. So let's just give a final taste with this lumpy bit then. This is the, as I say, the Nestle one. Some raisins there. Not bad, as I say, it's got that sort of powderiness to the chocolate and things. Raisins didn't come across that fruity though. Let's give this one a go. Very similar, to be honest with you. The Tesco one for me, I think, is slightly better because it just has. I can't really taste the difference in the composition. I'm not sort of, even though it's saying you're getting more biscuit and less raisin, I really can't tell that, to be honest with you. I can't discern that from what I've tasted so far, and I can't look at it and say there's any difference either. But I would say the Tesco one, while it's got thinner chocolate, it does have bigger lumpy bits in there, and overall it does have more percentage-wise ingredients. Biscuit and raisin. It comes to, what was it, 14%? Yeah, 5 plus 8, 13%. Yeah, 8% raisins, 5% biscuit. Yeah, whereas the Nestle one, it's 9% raisins, 3% biscuit. This in the egg itself. In the actual bar itself, it's 13% raisins and 4% biscuit, so which would obviously be a lot better. But for some reason in the egg, it's not that, probably to try and maintain the shape of the egg, I guess. But for the egg, yeah. So you do get 1% more of the egg. It's filled with sort of, inclusions basically in the Tesco one. And I would say the chocolate does taste better. I assume it's thinner, but as I say, I don't think it matters too much that it's thinner because A, it's a better chocolate, but also B, I guess it just makes it even better when you do get the lumpy bits. And they are more lumpy in this one, it seems, generally, or at least there are more lumps in it than there are in the Nestle one. They're a bit more averaged out, although I guess here, it's a massive lumpy bit here. So yeah. So maybe it swings around about that. But overall, they're very similar, to be honest with you. I don't think you'll mind which one you get. If you like the Yorkie bars, obviously with the Nestle one, you do get the Yorkies as well, so there is that, but you are paying £5 more. So yeah, pretty much, I'm pretty sure it was £8 for the Tesco one, £13 for the Nestle one. But as I say, I'll put a caption on if that's different. Yeah. So you can't really go wrong with either. I think you'll be happy with both. But if you've got the choice and you're not bothered about the, well, it's one of those, isn't it? The Nestle one looks a bit more, it looks like it's more of a gifty one. It obviously looks, it's not an own brand one, this, that and the other. So obviously if that's part of it, then, But I think if you're just buying one for the taste and nothing else, and you're not bothered about the Yorkie bars themselves, and you could still buy the Yorkie bars separately. You could buy the Tesco one and the Yorkie bars. That's probably the way to go, really. I think the egg is better in the Tesco one. It's not a massive difference, though, to be honest with you. I think they're both really nice, and they've both got a lot of plus points to them. They're both probably a 4. I'm going to rate them both together. Well, let's see. Should I rate them both together? And the Nestle one, let's say, the Nestle one, I think is still really good, actually. I think I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 for the Nestle one. Let's say the detriments to it are that the chocolate just seems a bit powdery, maybe, and you do get less weightage, and you should do as well, according to the box. Tesco one, You know, the chocolate is thinner in it, but there seems to be bigger clumps generally, and it seems to be a bit more fruitier. The chocolate tastes better, not massively so, but you know, you can tell the difference, and you get more than you meant to as well. Is it, you know, was it 5 grams more or something like that? So I think for me, the Tesco one probably just raised up to 4.5 out of 5 actually, and that's the one. I would probably get that, I think, out of the two, unless you're really getting it for a gift and someone really wants the Yorkie bars included in that and this, that, and the other. But you could get the Tesco one and get a few Yorkie bars on the side for it and make up the difference, really, and actually have, you know, have your cake and eat it, basically. Have your egg and eat it. So there we go. Yeah, Tesco one is the winner. All right, guys, well, let me know what you think, and if you've had them both, which did you prefer? And would the Yorkie bars be a deal breaker for you? Let me know. Leave a comment or free. Always great to hear from you, and always do best to reply. All right, guys, take care. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya.